Kia ora, welcome back to some more Lord of the Rings LEGO coverage. This here is set 9476, the Orc Forge, which released during the first wave of LEGO Lord of the Rings sets based in 2012 for 90 NZD. It's now worth around 300 NZD sealed, or about 220 in a used condition. We have 363 pieces with 4 minifigures in total. The set overview here is an Orc Forge from the depths of Isengard as seen in the Fellowship of the Ring film. I think that this set may have been a store exclusive or something. I distinctly remember this set being one that I had no intentions of getting myself because it just seemed impossible to get a hold of it, so it made for a very surprising Christmas present back in 2012. I think as far as play features go, this Lord of the Rings set might be one of the best ones, so let's just get into it. Our forge starts from this end here with a tub bucket with a winch attachment. I really love the platforming and structured build of this set, which features some really great design of a construction zone all throughout. The back of the set looks like this. It's been secured in place with some beams to hold that shape together. I always really like rocky foundation LEGO sets as well. It helps to add a unique shaping to the builds, and this being something that's supposed to be found in caverns means that it works really well here. The top section features a spinning wheel with a winch hook there. You can spin the wheel to lower and raise the said winch, attach it to the bucket here down below, and bring up the materials that we have mined inside. Some flat tile pieces are here to represent metal, which will be used to make some armor and weapons. Our orcs can move the metal from the bucket down the chute and into the boiling pot there. We then move the pot and place it on the furnace to be melted down, and had this been recorded in 2012, you would have been able to see a really cool light up brick function, which tragically no longer works. You can see that the flames are inside if I remove the pot here. You can partly see that the switch underneath here in motion. Simple switch access placed at the back here.
So what we thought could be really fun was to put in a light brick, and if you look down there you can see a really cool light up function.
Hey, so unrelated, but while I've been trying to find a video of the set designer showing off the really cool feature of the light up brick, this is on the official video on LEGO's YouTube channel where it just freezes after a minute and it's just broken for the rest of the video. Why is it still up here? Our final feature is also located at the back, but now it's at the front again. We can remove this rock here and birth our Uruk Hai leader Lurtz, just as seen in the movie. It's a really cool way to actually store your minifigures if you've run out of room. That's our Orc Forge. It's time to take a look at the few extras that we have included in the minifigures here. We have a smelting section for making swords and an anvil which can be used for making up the armor. We end up getting a few complete works of armor and weapons in this set, enough for our 2 soldier type minifigures at least. These added inclusions work really well for me here because these are the type of extras that help expand the little setting that we have. And I love the unique prints that the armor parts have, which are only included in a small handful of sets. This is our quick roster of figures. We have 1 exclusive minifigure and the others all being decent army builders that are found throughout the theme. So we start with the most interesting figure here then. This is Lurtz, an original character that was only invented for these movies. Lurtz is the first bred orc in the Forge and he becomes the leader of the pact. I like this figure a lot for those dated designs from 2012, but I'm not sure how accurate this is to him though. The colours seem slightly off from some of those promotional images and bang on to some others. I guess I always interpreted that he had a dark red flesh tone. Lurtz also has a double-sided face which features the white hand of Isengard as his face paint. He also features some pretty nice back detailing as well. You can equip Lurtz with the armor from the set, and now he looks a little bit closer to how he looked in the movie, but he was usually shown without his helmet on, so this is a closer look to how he should be appearing. In the LEGO game, Lurtz actually had a different torso piece, and in real life, that's likely because I don't think this hairpiece is supposed to be on a figure that's wearing armor like this. Fortunately, LEGO did release a much better and accurate hairpiece in the Hobbit line later on in the same year, so if I swap this for the dwarves here, he now looks a bit closer to that depiction, and in my eyes, a lot better as well. This is our Uruk Hai Orc. These guys were featured in tons of sets over the theme's release, but this guy features some special armor with the white hand of Isengard, which I said was featured in other sets in the line. Well actually, upon doing some research, I found that it was only featured in this set and the Tower of Orthanc set. The parts themselves were released in quite a few of the sets, but this one specifically with the special handprint, practically an exclusive really, and at the time it definitely was. We also have this cool shield and sword, and the same thing goes for the shield I believe, only released in 2 sets in total. I imagine some people may have bought a few of these forged sets just to really bulk out the uniqueness of their soldiers, very similar to how for a while there we all had to get multiple tanks for some special Ahsoka troopers. If I remove all of those nice extras, we have some great printing underneath on both sides, torso printing, double-sided expression, a really cool figure to look at. Something else that I really love is that the shield's gap at the bottom is just the right size for a minifigure, which is exactly what happens in the movie during the Lurtz showdown with Aragorn. These are the Mordor Orcs. We get 2 of them in the set, and the only difference here being that one of them has a cool hairpiece with the elf ears and the other does not. I loved the Mordor Orcs when I was younger. I think it might be the colours or something. There's something really nice about how saturated they are, and I think I just prefer them compared to the Uruk Hai figures. You received a lot less of these guys at the time, but I think once the Hobbit sets all released, I think we had our fair share of different races of Orc figures, and I did really love all of them. I love the mining tools that these guys come with here, where one has a hammer and one has a shovel. These aren't fighters, they're workers. It's just really cool figures to have a good collection of. Our bald figure here shows the back detailing on the head, which is just a few extra strands of hair or markings of some kind. And that is my coverage of the Orc Forge. I've mentioned on this channel before that I just love conveyor-like builds in LEGO playsets that can really help tell a story by following through a set order of features. Always my favourite across every single theme. I love the gimmick here of building up an Orc army, though I do wish we maybe had one more figure here to really build an army. Buying multiples of these seems fun on paper, but there were better ways to build our Orc armies in the past, so I imagine people probably just ended up buying doubles of that Uruk Hai army set and had multiple Eomers rather than multiple Lurtz figures. Great concept here, a really good figure inclusions as well, and this set would also just be heightened with the release of the Saruman sets for the next wave. If you enjoyed this look at a LEGO Lord of the Rings set, liking this video and subscribing to the channel here does help to support us in making more videos like this one. Ka kite anō, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.